if the neighbor boy comes, I'm gonna run back inside to. Have you read The Myth of Sisyphus, Dad? Albert Camus was a French existentialist, 1913 to 1960. Yeah, he was 47 when he died. He got hit by a car. It was a car wreck. But him and Jean-Paul Sartre were the great French existentialists. The greatest German one. They called him a proto-fascist, is Martin Heidegger. And when I had that job at the retirement home as a security guard, I worked 3 nights a week. 3 times 12 is 36, so it's almost full time. Got paid decently, but because I thought I'd never graduate college, that's when I studied a lot of Java. And so in March 2001, I wrote a Tetris in one day on the compact computer that you bought for me when I had my summer of love in '98, remember? And you got me an apartment at Bright Forest and Hayes in Bright Forest for $480 for the studio. And then after a year or so, you moved me to the Crest number 7. And I was trying to tell you that, and in that year, I had my greatest Satori experience ever. I went crazy, whatever that means. But that's when I met Elizabeth Wilson, and I brought her father. Remember when we interfaced, and you wanted me to get out of town? I brought her father to come talk to you. He said it was hard for him. It's his only child, and she had an overdose like 7 years ago. But that was the first time I did methamphetamine. I snorted a line. I was very happy, and we had sex and had fun. But I slept for 33 hours one time. And the old manager at Sherman House, can you believe what people tell you, He said, I've been up for 5 days and running around town and getting in trouble and shit like that. I've never been up for 5 days. The most is about 3 days. But people that do meth on the street can be up for 15 or 20 days. More than the medical textbooks say is possible, because you need sleep. And that's why I want you to read An Unquiet Mind by Kay Redfield Jameson. She's the academic expert in type 2 bipolar disorder, manic depressive illness. And she does recommend lithium. And people with type 2 bipolar, when they're manic, they shop a lot, And she was an Air Force brat, so for her that means Rolex watches. For me, that means, cigarettes. And, well, look, I got this watch. Ari's friend, she has an awesome friend, Josh. I think his name's Josh. I always forget names. But he just got out of the penitentiary last week, and I was over there, and I traded the keyboard. When you got me the tablet, which is still at Jennifer's house, because I can't carry everything all at once. And sometimes I'm leaving and I forget things. But the tablet from that keyboard, I traded to him for this watch, and me and Ari's housemate that actually paid, it's in his name, Philip. We walked to the dollar store, and I didn't have any money either, but I couldn't find the watch battery that fits this watch. And so when I've tried to pawn it in the last few days, they don't accept it because it's not a running watch. But they do accept me at Mason's Gold Pawn Shop at Cullen and Belfort, where I got mugged for the first time in my life last year or whatever. But I hang out there, it's fine. I bum money there, it's fine. I panhandle all this stuff. I just don't go to Larkspur because the neighbor boy lives at Larkspur, and he just called me about 2 minutes ago and said, where's the money? And I said, well, I talked to my dad, and when my dad sells it to me, he's just saying, bring me the money to my house, boy. And so I will when that happens. I don't have a job right now. I want a job, and it's the paranoia that I get from someone that's going to potentially, he said he was going to put me in his trunk. And Dexter heard this, and Dave heard this. It was on speakerphone out loud. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.